Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Today's a little bit of a crazy day because Bitcoin is pumping and dumping at the same time. We are going to dive into the charts in a sec, but of course I'm going to ask you first to smash up that like button, click on the bell, click on all so that you don't miss anything. So please subscribe, leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Let's see if we can get a little bit more subscribers. I think I uploaded around 100 videos right now, not even 50 subscribers. So let's see if we can bump up that number a little bit. And now let's dive into the charts. And we're starting off with BTC USD pair. This is what we're looking at right now. And maybe as you can remember, we first had a triangle that was a little bit like this. Then we said we had a fake out, and I said no, you know what, maybe the triangle should be like this right now. And then yesterday I was thinking, well, maybe we need to extend it one more time to make it even a little bit bigger. It's a little bit lame, of course, because you're constantly making the triangle longer, and therefore you have different touch points again. But to be honest, there's a little bit of a case, of course, to be made to say that this actually really was the triangle, because now we are seeing a breakout on the downside with a little bit of volume coming in, and it looks like this 4-hourly candle is now kind of the retest of support that flipped into resistance. If we are going to look at what our price target should be, then we're taking a measured move. We are copy and pasting this here, right here, and then we will end up at approximately 25k. Quite a drop, of course, from here. Let's see how far it will take us. 25k, approximately another 13%. There is something playing out that might be quite nice for the bulls, and that is that we are creating maybe a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, and on such a high time frame it usually plays out. So this actually would be nice if this thing knows how to pump back up, and maybe we're making a little bit higher. There are two things on a higher time frame that could invalidate this pattern. So if I'm going to the to the daily, then we're seeing that this red dot is right now printed on the daily. It was there already, I think, 2 days ago, but then we pumped up, so the red dot disappeared, and then we had another day of a price action above the 29k, no red dot, and then now today it looks like it will print it. And look at this money flow, it's just really going down. Also the VWAP is going lower, the RSIs are tied together kind of sideways, but if this price will roll over, 100% sure that these RSIs will also roll over. So that looks then a little bit ugly. One other thing that actually is nice is that, let's say we would close today around this level, again a close above the almighty 29k, and then this was just a major week down. It was the breakout of the pattern, and then maybe moving sideways or moving higher. But guys, I have to be honest, I think we're going lower, because it sounds very lame, but we're just not going higher. So if that just doesn't happen, then there's only one reaction left, and that is us going higher. And we have been testing that 29k so many times right now, and the more you test it, the weaker it gets. And especially now with the money flow on a high time frame going lower, red dots being printed, I think that we are going to break it, and that we are going to see lower price levels. Another thing that is a little bit bearish at the right now, the current price point, is that if I extend this, you're seeing that the high volume nodes, that's a thick red line, the most traded volume is just above us, and it looks like we just bounced off, which also coincides then with this white resistance line. So it's crazy sometimes how that always comes together at support and resistance. Quickly on the hourly, well, you could say a little bit that this might be a bullish divergence if we're going higher. Not very strong, but yeah, there's a point to be made. And of course then also here on the price, exactly the same white line that we're already seeing. That would then be your divergence. The one thing that I find a little bit weird about the current price action, and let's take the 4-hourly, or maybe better yet the daily, is that this going a little bit sideways, now going down. But look at the DXY. Also a red day today, and yesterday when going up, so then we're supposed to go down, and before that 2 red days, so then BTC should be pumping. But we're seeing now that the BTC price is not really picking up to the upside, although the DXY here is dumping down or is a little bit going sideways. So Yeah, if this thing is so highly correlated as that everyone is saying, and yes, I've seen it also in the past, super high correlation. Looks like the correlation now is a little bit off. Again, we are dumping down today on the DXY, but we'll see a red candle here on BTC. So this actually needs to pump to the upside. Then most likely the red dot will be gone again, but I think today we are going to print it because we just have seen so much downward action already. Quickly head over then to ETH. Well, here for ETH there's actually the same kind of point to be made. You can say, okay, you know what, maybe this triangle was a little bit bigger and we were wrong at the beginning, and then this is our triangle and now we are breaking out. Let's see where a price target would take us to the downside. That would be underneath our support. As right now that would be $1,620. You can see, by the way, we bounce off this perfect support, 1730. Let me zoom out and then you could see how this was support in the past. We need to go back all the way to July 21, here June 21, May 21, and then here numerous support and resistance around February and March 21. So it's crazy how then more than a year later this thing comes into support again. Crazy how that sometimes work with the chart. You could say that this price is pretty close as well. Would we lose that, then I'm looking out for $1,300 as a support, because there has been support and resistance here. Let me see if we also had it in the past. I think it's a top, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. It has been a top in the past, approximately, not exactly, but approximately a top in the past. That was the top here in the bull market 2017-2018. So I gotta be honest, guys, I really hope that the current support is not breaking, because we already lost so much here for Ethereum. So it would be quite bloody, it would be a little bit unexpected, but remember what I'm always telling you, the price goes higher than you think, lower than you expect. So far we dropped down 64-65%. A little bit lower would be 72-73%. If we would make it to the next support, will be quite ugly. Nice buying moment, by the way, but it will be quite ugly for leveraged traders. Here also on the daily, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just a shit show. Look at the money flow, completely down. RSI is going down, VWAP going down, and it looks like we are printing a red dot. So more downward action on the macro time frame, 100% needs to be expected. On the 4-hourly, not really a bullish divergence, I have to say. I'm also looking at the charts at different brokers. So this one is now on Bitfinex, but the chart looks a little bit different on Coinbase and Kraken, for example. And then this candle right here is higher than this candle right here. So then actually you would make a slight higher low, and here it looks like we're making a slight lower low. So I just want to say that keep in mind, if you are going to make your analysis on charts, that you always check multiple charts from multiple brokers, because sometimes that price action could be a little bit different. Quickly, a volume note, it's also right here at that support line of resistance. What it is now, it's around 1950. If we will come back, let's see if we could break it, but I think if BTC is going to roll over, this thing is definitely going to roll over as well. Don't need to show you any alts, they're also all breaking lower because of the breakdown of BTC. We're just really seeing that BTC is right now leading the dance when it comes down to the charts and the price action. I'm curious to see if this hourly will close underneath. If we then really going to roll over, then this might be a nice short opportunity, and then of course we can short until this line right here. If we pump higher, then we'll need to see what the price action here would be. Funny thing is though, that although we are printing now a red candle on the daily, the traditional stock markets, the S&P, the Dow Jones, all kind of good stuff, they are pumping up today. So we also see like no correlation with those markets. So no correlation with the dollar index, no correlation with the traditional markets. Be very careful, because this is of course still a very wicky environment. There's one other price action that I want to show you pure for fun. This was the Fed meeting yesterday. It's right here on the minute chart, and there you can see that when news came out that this price was just all over the place. on the minute chart, and eventually kind of just settles in, and you can actually draw almost a line like this, but you see that intermediate, this was going up and down, up and down, up and down, and eventually we found our base again. There was nothing new coming out. The Fed just said we will not be scared to rise the interest rates if we need to, so we will probably overshoot it. What they mean with that is that they will probably rise the interest rates a little bit further than they need to, so that later on in the cycle they have a little bit more margin to dial back those interest rates again, but then we're really talking about a long time for now. Alright guys, that will be it for now. If you like these kinds of videos, then please show your appreciation by liking, subscribing, clicking the bell, clicking on so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links in the descriptions. I do upload multiple times or post multiple times on Twitter, so if you want to be updated intermediate or intraday about prices and all the kind of good stuff that I'm seeing, not only prices but also maybe major other stuff about crypto, about interest rates, central banks, stock markets, all the kind of good stuff, follow me there. I will try to post some content during the day. If something really crazy happens, then I will try to squeeze in an extra video today. So please show your appreciation again by liking, subscribing, commenting or sharing, and I'll see you guys very soon again in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye.